In the small village of Oko, life was simple but often harsh. Among the many families struggling to make ends meet was the family of Adaobi, a young girl known for her beauty and intelligence. Adaobi's parents, though loving, were burdened by a significant debt they had accumulated over the years. To pay off this debt, they had made a deal with the wealthy Nwokolo family in the city, promising their daughter in marriage to the family's only son, Chike. Adaobi was just 25 years old when her parents broke the news to her. She was devastated. Her dreams of attending the university and making a better life for herself seemed to shatter instantly. "But Mama, Papa, I want to study. I have worked so hard to get into the university. How can you expect me to marry a man I have never met?" Adaobi pleaded, her eyes brimming with tears. Her mother, Nena, took her hands in hers, tears in her own eyes. "Adaobi, we had no choice. We are drowning in debt. The Nwokolos promised to clear it all if you marry their son. We did this for the family." Adaobi's father, Obina, added, "We understand this is not what you wanted, but Chike is a good man from a respectable family. You will have a good life with him." Despite her parents' reassurances, Adaobi couldn't help but harbor resentment towards Chike. She hadn't met him, but she already blamed him for taking away her dreams. The idea of leaving her village, her friends, and the life she had known for the unknown was terrifying. The day of her departure came too soon. Adaobi packed her few belongings, her heart heavy with sadness and fear. Her parents escorted her to the bus that would take her to the city, giving her their blessings and urging her to be strong. As the bus drove away, Adaobi looked back at her village, wondering if she would ever feel at home again. Upon arriving in the bustling city, Adaobi was greeted by Chike and his parents. Chike, a tall, handsome man with kind eyes and a warm smile, approached her. "Welcome, Adaobi. I hope you had a pleasant journey." Adaobi nodded, feeling a mix of emotions. Chike's kindness took her by surprise, but she couldn't forget the circumstances that brought her here. They drove to the Nwokolo mansion, a grand house that seemed intimidating to Adaobi. She was given a room of her own and left to settle in. That night, as she lay in bed, Adaobi couldn't help but cry. She felt like a prisoner in a gilded cage, her dreams slipping further away with each passing moment. In the following weeks, Adaobi and Chike lived like strangers under the same roof. Chike, despite his initial kindness, was often busy with work and other commitments. He made efforts to engage Adaobi in conversation, but her responses were curt and distant. "Adaobi, would you like to join me for dinner tonight?" Chike asked one evening, hoping to break through her wall of silence. "No, thank you. I'm not hungry," Adaobi replied, her tone cold and detached. Chike sighed, feeling a pang of disappointment. He understood that Adaobi was not happy about their arrangement, but he hoped that with time, she would come to see him as a friend and partner. One day, Adaobi fell ill. She tried to hide it at first, not wanting to draw attention to herself. But her condition worsened, and soon she was confined to her bed, feverish and weak. Chike noticed her absence and became concerned. "Where is Adaobi?" he asked the housekeeper. "She is unwell, sir. She has been in her room all day," the housekeeper replied. Without hesitation, Chike left work early and rushed home. He went straight to Adaobi's room, where he found her lying in bed, looking pale and fragile. "Adaobi, why didn't you tell me you were sick?" he asked gently, sitting by her bedside. Adaobi looked at him, her eyes filled with surprise. I didn't want to bother you. Chike shook his head. You are my wife, Adabi. Your well-being is important to me. Please, let me take care of you. For the next few days, Chike devoted himself to nursing Adabi back to health. He brought her meals, ensured she took her medicine, and stayed by her side, talking to her and keeping her company. His kindness and dedication began to melt the ice around Adabi's heart. One evening, as she started to feel better, Adabi looked at Chike with newfound appreciation. Thank you, Chike. I didn't expect you to be so kind. Chike smiled, relieved to see her improving. There's no need to thank me. I'm just glad you're feeling better. As Adabi recovered, she found herself opening up to Chike. They began to spend more time together, sharing stories about their lives and dreams. Adabi told Chike about her desire to attend university, and to her surprise, he listened with genuine interest. Adabi, I know our marriage started under difficult circumstances, but I want you to be happy. If going to university is important to you, I will support you, Chike said earnestly. Adabi's eyes widened in disbelief. You would do that for me? Of course. Your happiness matters to me, Chike replied, taking her hand in his. In that moment, Adabi felt a flicker of hope. Perhaps this marriage was not the end of her dreams, but a new beginning. Weeks turned into months, and the relationship between Adabi and Chike continued to blossom. They spent their evenings talking and laughing, gradually building a foundation of trust and affection. Adabi began to see Chike in a new light, not as the man who took her dreams away, but as a kind and caring partner. Despite their growing bond, Chike's work often demanded long hours. Adabi would sit by the window, watching the clock and worrying when Chike didn't come home on time. One night, he didn't come back at all. Fear and anxiety gripped Adabi's heart. The next morning, Chike walked through the door, looking exhausted and disheveled. Adabi's worry turned into anger. Where have you been, Chike? Do you know how worried I was? I thought something terrible had happened to you. Chike looked at her, his expression apologetic. I'm so sorry, Adabi. There was a terrible accident on the highway. I was stuck in traffic for hours, and my phone battery died. I couldn't reach you. Adabi's anger melted into relief. Tears streamed down her face as she realized how much she cared for him. I was so scared, Chike. I thought I had lost you. Chike took her in his arms, holding her tightly. I'm here now, Adabi. I'm not going anywhere. Their embrace lingered, and as they pulled back slightly, their eyes met. Chike gently cupped Adabi's face in his hands and kissed her softly. It was a tender, heartfelt kiss that spoke volumes of their growing feelings for each other. When they finally pulled away, Chike whispered, I never want to see you worried like that again. I promise to always come home to you. Adabi nodded, feeling a warmth spread through her chest. And I'll be here waiting, Chike. Always. That kiss marked the beginning of their friendship, a bond that grew stronger each day. They shared more moments of laughter and joy, and Adabi felt herself falling for Chike more with each passing day. As Adabi settled into her new life, she continued to pursue her education with Chike's unwavering support. She thrived in her studies, making friends and excelling in her classes. Chike would often surprise her with thoughtful gestures, like bringing her favorite snacks while she studied or taking her out for dinner to celebrate her achievements. One evening, After a particularly grueling day, Adabi returned home to find Chike in the kitchen, cooking dinner. "What's all this?" she asked, a smile playing on her lips. Chike turned to her, his apron covered in flour. "I thought I'd make us a special dinner. You've been working so hard, and I wanted to do something nice for you." Adabi's heart swelled with love. "Thank you, Chike. You always know how to make me feel special." As they sat down to eat, Adabi couldn't help but notice how Chike's eyes sparkled when he looked at her. She felt a warmth in her chest, knowing that this man truly cared for her. Their conversations grew deeper, their connection stronger. One night, as they sat on the porch, Chike turned to Adabi with a serious expression. "Adabi, there's something I want to tell you." Adabi looked at him, her heart racing. "What is it, Chike?" "I love you, Adabi. I know our marriage started as an arrangement, but my feelings for you are real." "You mean everything to me," Chike confessed, his voice filled with emotion. Adabi's eyes filled with tears. "I love you too, Chike. I never thought I could feel this way, but you've shown me what true love is." They kissed again, this time with more passion and intensity. Their love had blossomed from the ashes of an unwanted marriage, growing into something beautiful and profound. Their relationship deepened further as they spent more time together. They shared their dreams, fears, and hopes, building a life that was filled with love and mutual respect. Adabi felt a sense of fulfillment she had never known before, grateful for the love,